personal injury attorney Kevin Hinkle with the Indiana law firm of Hinkle and Gooch. Welcome to week 2 in our 10-week video series on personal injury cases A to Z. What you need to know if you've been hurt in an accident. Today, attorney Amy Van Ostrin and I are going to talk with you about 4 things that you should know about hiring an attorney if you've been hurt. First, we'll talk about why you may want to hire a personal injury attorney rather than to try to handle your case on your own. Second, we'll explain how personal injury attorneys get paid in a way that doesn't cost you anything unless the attorney is able to collect a settlement for you.
Third, we'll go over the questions that you should ask personal injury attorneys before selecting one. And fourth and finally, we'll talk about what you should expect of your personal injury attorney and what your attorney will expect of you.
Let's start by talking about why you should consider hiring a personal injury attorney if you've been hurt in an accident. There are 4 main reasons why you should consider hiring an attorney. The first is that laws regarding personal injuries and insurance can be extremely complex. An experienced personal injury attorney will help you understand and take advantage of all the insurance that's available to compensate you. An attorney can explain the complicated relationship between your health insurance, your auto or homeowner's insurance, property damage insurance, disability insurance, and the insurance of the person or company that caused your injuries. An attorney can guide you through the process of getting medical treatment, even if you don't have health insurance. Often people try to manage their personal injury cases on their own, and they wait to contact an attorney until the insurance company has made a low settlement offer. Waiting to contact an attorney can make it much more difficult for you to be fully compensated for your injuries. If you talk with an attorney as soon as possible after an injury, it will improve your chances of getting fair compensation later on. The second reason that you should consider hiring an attorney is that an attorney who spends most of their time on personal injury cases, as Amy and I do, will have the knowledge and experience to help you get a fair settlement from the insurance company and to protect you from being taken advantage of. When you've been hurt, your primary focus is on getting well, but the insurance company for the party responsible for your injuries has a different focus. Their focus is to keep their exposure as low as possible. They do this by talking to you before you hire an attorney, by getting statements from you before you know what facts may hurt your case, and by having you sign documents so that they can access your medical records and other personal information. If you talk with a personal injury attorney after you've been hurt, they can help manage your communications with the insurance company. An attorney can build your case properly and thoroughly and help you achieve the best possible outcome. The third reason that you should consider hiring an attorney is that many injured people don't realize that getting a fair settlement from the insurance company is only half the battle. That settlement will do you and your family very little good if you have to use most of it to pay outstanding medical bills or to pay back amounts that your health insurance or workers' compensation company has paid towards your treatment. Having an experienced personal injury attorney who understands the law regarding subrogation, that is, what you have to pay back, can help ensure that you keep as much of your settlement as possible. Here at Hinkle and Gooch, Amy and I work very hard to make our clients' settlements go as far as possible towards restoring their lives. We do this by aggressively working to negotiate our clients' medical bills and liens down to the smallest possible amount so that our clients can keep as much of their settlement proceeds as possible. The fourth reason you should consider hiring an attorney is that if the insurance company doesn't offer you a fair settlement, you'll have an attorney who has the experience to file a lawsuit on your behalf and to take the case to trial. Navigating through a lawsuit is a complex process. You'll want an attorney by your side to handle depositions, expert witnesses, and mediation, and to help try your case in front of a jury if necessary. The sooner you hire an attorney, the easier it will be for that attorney to steer your case to the best possible outcome for you and your family. This leads to our second topic, which is how personal injury attorneys are typically paid. If you're like most people, after being hurt, you're probably wondering how you can pay an attorney when you're already spending money on doctors and losing wages because you're not able to work. The good news is that most personal injury attorneys work on what's called a contingency fee arrangement. That's how we work on personal injury cases here at Hinkle and Gooch. What a contingency fee arrangement means is that we only get paid if we collect money for you. If we're not able to collect money for you, then we don't receive any fee and you owe us nothing, regardless of how much time we've spent on your case. We believe that working on a contingency fee basis is important because justice shouldn't only be available to people who can pay attorneys up front. In most of the cases that we work on at Hinkle and Gooch, our fee is 25% of the final settle amount if we're able to settle your case with the insurance company without filing a lawsuit. And we're able to resolve many of our clients' cases in this way without any lawsuit. In those cases where we do have to file a lawsuit, either because the insurance company won't pay our client a fair settlement or because of some other factor, our fee is usually 1/3 to 40% of the final settlement amount, depending on whether your case goes to trial. There are costs to preparing personal injury cases. For example, there are costs for ordering medical records, for court filing fees, and for depositions and expert witnesses. In most cases, our office advances those costs. In other words, we pay them up front, and we are reimbursed out of our client's settlement at the end of the case. If we don't recover any settlement for you, then you don't reimburse us for any costs. Again, you owe us nothing. Most personal injury attorneys structure their fees in this way in order to ensure that everyday folks who have been hurt have access to the justice system. So if you've been hurt due to someone else's negligence and you're worried that you can't afford to pay an attorney, remember, most personal injury attorneys will handle your case on a contingency fee basis. Alright, I'm going to turn things over to Amy to talk with you about the questions you should ask potential injury attorneys and about what you and your attorney can expect of one another.
I'm attorney Amy Van Austrian. At Hinkle and Gooch, we understand that when you've been hurt in an accident, trying to choose an attorney you feel comfortable with can be overwhelming. You're probably getting letters in the mail from attorneys about your accident and then turning on your TV and seeing ads from even more lawyers. So what questions can you ask to get the information you need to pick the right attorney for you? Here are 4 questions to ask. First, what kind of cases does this attorney handle? Some attorneys are general practitioners who handle personal injury cases, but also write wills, handle divorces, do criminal defense work, and practice in lots of areas. If you hire a personal injury attorney, an attorney who devotes all or most of their practice to representing injured individuals, you can benefit from having an attorney who's especially knowledgeable in this very specific area of law. Second, who at this attorney's office will handle your case day in and day out? Some attorneys accept lots of cases but don't perform the work on the cases and instead delegate the work to other attorneys, to paralegals, and to assistants. So before you hire an attorney, ask them who will actually be working on your file, who will make decisions about your case, who will talk to you when you call the attorney's office. Third, does this attorney settle most of their personal injury cases, or do they also file lawsuits and try cases in front of juries? One of the best ways to ensure that you get a fair settlement is to hire an attorney who the insurance industry knows is able and willing to try your case in front of a jury if necessary. Insurance companies know which attorneys settle all of their cases and which attorneys take a case all the way to trial. So before you hire an attorney, ask if their firm has the resources to prepare your case for trial so that you have the best chance at a good outcome. Fourth, how does this attorney get most of their personal injury cases? Is it through paid advertising, or does this attorney receive referrals from existing clients, from other lawyers, from doctors who treat injured people? If an attorney is receiving cases from referrals, that's a good indication that others respect that attorney's skills and experience. Okay, the last thing Kevin and I want to talk with you about is what you can expect from your personal injury attorney and what your attorney will expect of you. You should expect 2 things from your attorney. First, good communication. Your attorney should listen to you explain what your goals are with your case and tell you whether that can be accomplished, and if it can't, what the alternatives are. They should stay in regular contact with you about the status of your case so that you don't feel in the dark about what's going on. They should return your calls promptly and answer your questions. They should explain the claims process to you and the time frames involved so that you know what to expect. The second thing you should expect from your attorney is diligence. You should expect your attorney to meet deadlines. You should expect them to respond promptly to communications from the insurance company and from attorneys on the other side. You should expect them to take steps to move your case forward without unnecessary delays. Finally, to make sure your case moves forward smoothly, your attorney is also going to expect several things of you. First, Be honest with your attorney, even about facts that you think might hurt your case. Second, communicate with your attorney regularly so that they know, for example, how your medical treatment is progressing and can keep your case moving forward as efficiently as possible. Third, remember that your attorney is your advocate and truly has your best interests in mind. You hired your attorney for their skill and their experience, so when they make recommendations about settlement negotiations or other tactical matters in your case, even if you don't initially agree, be open to the discussion. Your attorney's on your side. They understand that your personal injury case is so important to you and your family. With open communication, your attorney will work to help you achieve the best possible outcome.
I hope you found this video helpful. And if you live in Indiana or have been traveling in Indiana and you or a loved one has been hurt, I hope you'll call me, Kevin Hinkle, or Amy Van Ostren, the law offices of Hinkle and Gooch, 317-745-5441. We'll talk with you at no charge about your case and tell you whether we can be of help. I'm Kevin Hinkle, and you have my word that if you need help, we're here for you.